Some nights change everything. For me, it was the night I got up to use the bathroom, half asleep, and tripped over the edge of a rug. It wasn't a bad fall. Thank God, just a bruised shin and a very scared heart. But as I sat on the bathroom floor, in the dark, I thought, this isn't how I want to live, afraid of moving through my own home. If you're over 60, you probably know what I mean. Suddenly, things that never used to matter, like rugs, stairs, or low lighting, feel like hazards. And it's not just about falling. It's the fear of it, the way it stays in the back of your mind, the way it steals your peace, even when nothing's happened yet. So I made a decision that morning. Not a big, dramatic one, just a quiet promise to myself. Let me make this house work better for the life I have now. In this video, I want to share 5 small changes I made at home, nothing expensive. Nothing fancy, that made a huge difference. Not only did they help me feel safer, they helped me sleep better. Because peace of mind? That's what really helps us rest. Let me start with the first 2. I removed or replaced every rug I could trip on. Yes, I loved my old rugs. Some were gifts, some had memories. But I had to ask myself, do I love them more than I love walking safely? I kept only the ones with non-slip backing or stuck firmly in place. And in the hallway? Bare floors, smooth and clean. It may not be as cozy, but now I walk through it with confidence. Not fear. I added motion-activated night lights, and it changed everything. It's such a small thing. But waking up in the night and seeing a soft, warm light gently glow, it makes your home feel welcoming. Even at 2 a.m. These lights don't wake you up like harsh overhead lighting. They just guide your steps. Like your home is saying, I've got you. And do you know what happened after I made those 2 changes? I slept better. Because I wasn't lying in bed worrying about what might happen if I got up. That's when I realized, sometimes peace doesn't come from doing more, it comes from removing the things that quietly wear you down. But the change that helped me the most? It's one I almost didn't think about, until something unexpected happened one morning. The morning I mentioned earlier, the one that surprised me, started like any other. But as I reached for my towel in the bathroom, I noticed I didn't have to bend or twist awkwardly. It was just there. Easy. Safe. And it hit me. I didn't fall last night because I didn't struggle. Because something had quietly changed. Something small, but powerful. Let me share it with you. I lowered and organized the things I use every day. This one sounds almost too simple. But trust me, it makes a difference. I looked at the places where I usually stretch, reach, or fumble, like bathroom shelves, kitchen cupboards, closet rods, nightstand drawers, and I asked myself, why am I still storing things as if I'm 40 and bendy? So I moved things down, put my favorite mug on the lowest shelf, placed the flashlight and glasses where my hand naturally lands at night, moved the daily clothes I wear to eye level in the closet. That one change made my mornings feel more peaceful. Less fumbling, less leaning, less risk. But more than that, it made me feel respected by my own space. Your home should adapt to you, not the other way around. And here's another change I didn't expect to be emotional. I added grab bars, and stopped pretending I didn't need them. For a while, I resisted this. I thought, that's for people who can't move. But then I asked myself, what's stronger, pride or safety? And when I nearly slipped stepping out of the shower one morning, I got my answer. Now, I have one by the shower and one by the toilet. They're simple, discreet, and solid. And you know what surprised me the most? I don't even notice them anymore, except when I need them. And in those moments, they make all the difference. It's not weakness to prepare for stability. It's wisdom. And if you're thinking, but my house is too old for this, or, it'll ruin the look, let me tell you. There are grab bars now that look like modern towel racks. Beautiful, subtle, strong, and every time I hold one, I think, I'm investing in staying on my feet. That's worth everything. Now here's something even more unexpected. Making these physical changes gave me emotional confidence. Because when your space supports you, you walk differently. You rest differently. You breathe differently. But there was still one thing missing. Something I didn't realize I needed. Until I turned off all the lights one night and suddenly felt safe. That's what we'll talk about next. There's a special kind of calm that comes when your space feels like it's working with you. Not against you. But that calm isn't just about what you touch, it's about what you feel. And the last change I made in my home wasn't about preventing falls. It was about protecting something else. My sleep, my peace, my nervous system. Let me explain. I created one worry-free corner, and I treat it like sacred space. You see, even after I removed the rugs, added the lights, lowered the shelves, and installed the grab bars, there was still one thing that kept me tossing at night. It wasn't my body, it was my mind. I would lie in bed thinking, did I leave the hallway light on? What if I need to get up and trip again? What if no one hears me if I fall? Those thoughts weren't loud, but they whispered, and whispers are what steal your rest. So one day, I made a decision. I picked a spot in my bedroom, just one corner, and decided it would be my safe zone. No clutter, no distractions, no electronics. I added a soft chair, a small lamp with warm light, a blanket that smelled like lavender, and most importantly, a sense of control. That chair became my evening ritual. I sit there before bed, breathe, maybe read a little. Sometimes I say a few kind words to myself. And something magical happened. My body began to associate that space with calm. And when my body feels safe, I sleep deeper. It wasn't about doing more. It was about doing less, but with purpose. This may sound silly, but that one corner reminded me of something I'd forgotten. Your home is not just a place you live. It's a place that can heal you, if you let it. That quiet chair became a louder support than any words from the outside. And every night, when I turn off the lamp and walk to bed, I know I'm walking toward rest, not fear. Now, I know not everyone has a big house or an extra room. But this isn't about space. It's about intention. Even one chair, one candle, one folded blanket, it's enough, if it's yours. Because when you feel safe in one corner of your home, that feeling begins to spread. And when you go to bed already feeling supported, your sleep reflects that. But even more than the sleep, it gave me back something I didn't realize I'd lost. A sense of belonging in my own home. I no longer feel like I'm trying to keep up with the house I used to live in. I feel like this home fits me now. But I know what you may be thinking. What if I live with others? What if they don't understand? What if I've ignored my space for so long? I don't know where to begin. Let's talk about that one last time in the final part. So maybe you've been listening and nodding along, thinking, yes, that sounds nice, but I don't live alone. Or, my kids think I'm overreacting. Or, it's been this way for years. Where do I even begin? Let me start here, with something simple and true. You are allowed to change your space. Not because you're old, but because you're wise enough to know what you need. And here's what I've learned. When you honor yourself, others begin to follow. Sure, not everyone will understand right away. Some may say, why do you need lights everywhere now? Grab bars? Really? Don't take away that rug, it's been there forever. But you know what's been here even longer than the rug? You. And that means your comfort matters. Your safety matters. Your ability to walk across your own floor without fear matters more than tradition. So if you live with family, start with this. Sit down and tell them, gently, honestly, I'm not making changes because I'm scared. I'm making them because I want to keep being me, strong, safe, and at home. You don't need to convince everyone. You just need to begin. Start with one drawer, one lamp, one spot that says, this space loves me back. And if you live alone, even better. You don't need permission to make your life softer, easier, safer. So here's a gentle challenge for you. Tonight, walk through your home like a guest. Notice what feels welcoming, what feels cluttered, what feels like a quiet danger. And instead of judging yourself, ask kindly, how can I make this house hold me better? Because that's what a home is meant to do. It's not just a place where you sleep. It's where you recover, where you return to yourself, where you feel strong enough to try again tomorrow. And those 5 small changes? They gave me more than safety. They gave me back trust, in my steps, in my rest, in my space. So let me leave you with this. You are not a burden. You are not being extra careful. You are building a future you can keep living in. And that, my friend, is the opposite of weakness. It's the most powerful kind of love. If this video spoke to something in your heart, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments. Which small change are you ready to make this week? Let's share ideas. Let's support each other. Let's remind ourselves, after 60, you don't stop growing, you just grow smarter. Thank you for being here. And thank you for choosing to take care of you. Until next time, walk softly. Sleep deeply, and may your home feel like a hug.